Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 22, 2022. Today's transits encourage self-expression, progress, and constructive change. The moon is in your sign all day, bringing emotions to the surface. With today's Sun-Venus minor challenge, part of you wants to keep things light and airy, while the other side is taking things a little more seriously. This can lead to indecision or perhaps tense interactions, with misunderstandings more likely than usual. However, the vague discontent you may feel due to all of this is temporary, and from it, you may very well discover new ideas or interests. Today's energy of the planetary aspect is wonderful for giving you a feeling of deep security concerning a meaningful relationship. This is a time to whisper sweet nothings, talk about times gone by, and look forward to what you can both share in the future. It is a good time to reaffirm how you feel and to treat each other with extra gentleness. Set your standards. The moon is glowing in your sign, encouraging you to live up to the expectations you have set for yourself. You may feel empowered by the lunation as you rise to embody your highest form of professional excellence. Since the moon opposes Venus in Pisces, you could even be more direct about your expectations for working relationships as well. No more being taken for granted or bulldozed. The opposition is your time to have necessary conversations to reinforce the value of your standards within your professional commitments. Even without the moon's return to your income sector tomorrow, and this will create Mars' last full day in your work sector, was going to put the focus on the income side of the financial fence. While this is more a long-term strategy, with Mars able to create the kind of momentum that will create long-term income potential, with an upcoming full moon in your income sector you might not have to wait too long. Keeping a cool head is important. Problems you encounter seem impossible to solve. Don't ignore the possibility of adopting a totally new approach. Calmly accept advice and help from your coworkers or those with some experience of your situation. You'll be expected to demonstrate more flexibility than normal. Your gang needs some fresh energy, and you know how to make it happen. Rewire your network just enough to get you all out of the deadlock. If you feel your romantic life needs reevaluating, make an assessment of your personal life and understand what is positive, unique, and desirable about you, also what you want and why from a relationship. In this way you can create a sure and positive impression when you first meet others that they can respect. It's important to your wellness to pay attention to your subconscious. There is a lot that goes on under the surface, and you'd rather know about it than not know about it, right? One way to keep abreast of your unconscious fears and desires is to keep a dream journal. This is easier than it sounds if you've never kept a journal before. Simply carve out 5 to 10 minutes every morning and sketch your dream while you have breakfast. Insights will arise. Any fears you have concerning financial security may become pronounced on this day. The effects of this vibration can emphasize your need for a sense of solidity, and if there has been any upheaval in your life lately, it'll be harder to handle it. Strive to keep things in perspective. Chances are you've been through similar transitions and made it through fine. Remind yourself of this. You can make it through again. Just put your best efforts forward and everything else will fall into place. As the moon leaves Virgo, this will leave you with your instincts sharp and with perfect timing. These monthly visits are always a valuable chance to check in, both with your own inner voice and the ever-changing cosmic conditions, while leaving you more emotionally and intuitively engaged. With 5 planets changing signs in the first 3 weeks of April, there is a lot of change. One of the biggest changes happens today, ensuring you are emotionally and intuitively engaged as Mars shifts his focus from work and job matters and onto your relationships. 9 days after Venus, the planet of love not only returned to your relationship sector, but just as the stars were starting to align, she is joined by Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos today. Mars returns to find a dream team of planets already assembled, but with the passion, drive, and determination to start capitalizing on this. Our eyes in the sky. The moon is being extremely quiet and chill in Pisces today. This means that it's a great day to communicate your needs to others and reflect on the energy you're putting out into the world. If you'd like to take a step back and focus on yourself, do it. This is one time when you should be putting your needs first. Since the moon is in Pisces, you might feel you're supposed to give yourself freely to others, but now you don't have to do that. Think about whether you want to drain your batteries by giving away your energy or you want to recharge. Don't overdo it, especially since the moon is pretty much inactive. The less you go out and the more you keep to yourself, the better you'll feel. Don't let people push you into giving them extra attention. This is something you'll have to keep in mind throughout the day because you'll want to help even though your body needs to rest. Today, put yourself first no matter what. In the morning, the Pisces moon forms an emotionally taxing quincunx to Chiron in Aries. Today, we seek emotional stability through organization, refinement, and purification. Our to-do list awaits, and we are eager to begin checking off items. However, when we start to make headway, subconscious anxieties prompt us to question the merits of our behavior. Are we really making a difference? Does anything we do really matter? We could be running up against emotional programming from youth when our unique approach to structure was vilified. Subsequently, we adopted more legitimate methods for getting things done, which were probably modeled for us by parents or authority figures. Now, we find ourselves in a position where we could be accomplishing a great deal, but success fails to trigger an endorphin response. In some form or fashion, we aren't being authentic to ourselves, and therefore, failing to meet our own needs. We may have to think more critically about how going through the motions isn't serving us. If we feel a disconnect in our process, what can we do to change our behavior and course-correct this issue? Following this, the moon trines Uranus in Taurus, encouraging us to do things differently. Unorthodox behavior is celebrated, and we might receive insights that help us to keep an open mind despite the turbulence. We now perceive less risk in breaking the mold. Although the Pisces moon urges us to keep things in order, we understand how going with the flow makes life less difficult in the long run. When we are open to change, we easily adjust to life's unpredictable moments.